Hi guys, Lindsay here, the Frugal Crafter. I just want to let you know I'm having one of those days where nothing is going as planned. And I'm going to show you how to make one of these tags today, hopefully. This is the second try in this video. I just want to let you know what happened the first try. My laminator got jammed. And of course, all three perfect before I turned on the camera. Then my laminator got jammed when I was doing this one, and it ate my tag, and I had to yank it out. I turned the thing off and yank it out. I'm like, I didn't even know where it went. It was like it disappeared. It gobbled it up, and so that video was kind of ruined. There's the we're gonna make this. We're gonna do it right this time. I might not laminate it. We shall see. The stamps I'm using are from Carmen's Veranda. These tall Wizard of Oz characters, and some of the other ones that I'm using are from Lost Coast Designs, and you may know they're all owned by the same people. So if you like them and you want to order a few different things and save shipping, make sure you read the little how to save shipping, combine your order thing on the website. So what we're going to do is start by stamping our Dorothy on our tag. I'm going to use my Mega Mount. I'm going to use a glue stick to attach it here, because I haven't even gotten around to mounting it. It's been a very busy, I feel like I hit the ground running after the stamp show, and I haven't come up for air. Well, I did have my vacation. I actually wish I took my vacation later. I wish I took it in August like I did last year, but we took it early, and I feel like I've been, that was a great week, but I feel like since I've been back, I've just been running. All right, so look how great she stamped. Okay, now I made a mask for her. What I did was I put two, I'm not going to do it again because I've already cut it out and everything, but I took two Post-it notes and taped them together, stamped on top of it, and cut it out. Okay, I did put a little bit of tape on the seam after I stamped it, so I had this nice long piece with two sticky bits in the middle. So here that is. I save my masks and I use them over and over and over again because it just saves time and work. And where did I put Dorothy? There she is. I've got the other guys here, and oh, one of those days. I have a lot of days where I feel like I am the most unproductive person in the world. I don't like days like that. Unfortunately, they happen very frequently. All right, so here we've got this stamp, and here's a tip. If you have a stamp that's kind of like a background, you might want to put an arrow saying this side down or something so that you don't get confused like I did the last time I did this video. I mean, like it just wasn't in the cards. So I have that on there so I know to tip that side down a little bit. And wait a minute, is that how it goes? Yeah, that's how it goes. Okay, oh my. I'm doubting myself because I had such a fail the last time. Like, what am I doing? What is life? I don't know. I've got a crooked sidewalk. I'm going with it. And then I'm going to use this little bricky stencil. And there's a lot of companies that make stencils that are bricky, so use one of those. And this is my homemade dauber. I just took a makeup sponge, folded it in half, and hot glued it in into a bottle cap. That works out really well. And I like this because with stencils, it has enough push that it will it'll push the ink through the stencil. There are other blenders that aren't soft enough to do that. And I'm going to give her a little shadow under her feet just by doing that. Now these blenders, these big hard marshmallowy foamy blenders that I got at the stamp show, these are great. They're inexpensive. I like them because they don't absorb a lot of ink, but the only downside is that it's hard to go over masks and stencils because they don't have enough squish to be able to push the ink through. They kind of you kind of have to be on the surface you want to work on. I think I want to put a little more brick on there, so this needs a little more brick. I'm going to do a little bit like that, and you know, just kind of, I'm off camera. See, I'm telling you what, I'm having a bad day. I had plans today, guys. Plans that involved stuff done around the house that I've been neglecting. Slacker housewife here. Plans not going well. Oh, it's nice to try though. Alright, so I'm taking my stamp off the mount. That's going to need to be washed, as will the mount. I'm just going to wipe it off with a baby wipe for now, and then stick my big background on, which is some trees. Wipe that off so my cling will stick. This is also Lost Coast Design. Nice tree background. I'm stamping it in gray. It's going to be quite subtle. You might want to go darker. It's all completely up to you. I'm using Lawn Fawn ink here. Tap, tap. Oh, tap and rub. All right, and I'm just going to line up the bottom kind of with her, where kind of the golden part ends, and just roll it. I usually roll towards myself or side to side, but when I'm doing that, rolling it away from myself helps me keep it lined up a little bit better. And then I'm going to use this big tree stencil, and I think this is from Crafter's Workshop, if I recall. I want to move it over so I get a lot of little branches. And I'm going to use purple and my purple homemade sponge. And I will need to wipe off the stencil when I'm done because it's covered with distress ink, and that does not dry. If I was using acrylic paint, I'd probably just leave it as long as it didn't fill in any of the holes. Now, you may be interested in what is the difference between a mask and a stencil. This is a mask. A mask is like the positive image, and the stencil is a negative image. So, like, the stencil is kind of like a square with holes in it, and the mask is what, like, the whole piece would be. So, they're both very useful. They give you a different look, and that's the difference between them, in case you're ever wondering. And I'm going to use some of this faded jeans, which is more of like a indigo color. Not a real dark indigo. I'm just going to give that just some dark around the edges. You could even put like a punch out of a circle under there on a post-it note or something. Make a like mask out a moon if you want to. Completely up to you. And there we go. Now I want to add a little bit of color of those branches because they're really stark. I'm going to use another one of the marshmallows here. And I like it because I'm not going to get too much. I'm not going to waste any ink basically because you press it and the ink is on the surface. And then it glides across your paper, and that's partly because I'm using distress ink, and that does have a more blendable quality. I think it's got some glycerin, maybe gum arabic or oxgall or something in the mix that makes it a little bit slidier. It's probably the glycerin. That seems to be what's in markers that makes it nice and slidey. Alright, so we're going to do a couple techniques for the coloring here. Let's remove our mask and see what we have. Okay, she looks great. She's standing up in front of everything. I'm going to use a couple different techniques. I'm going to use this stipple brush, which I think has blue on it. Yep. And I'm just going to grab a couple of those blues, and I'm just going to put an all-over color on her. I think I like that color better. And this is a technique I haven't done in a while, but I had somebody had asked me about it, and then I thought, oh, I want to do that again. I haven't done that in a while. Hope you can see this all right. Hope I don't melt this next time I try to laminate it. I don't think I'll try to laminate it on video because I'm just asking for trouble. I'm going to use this very light blue marker in any place that there are stippling dots. I'm going to add my shadowing there because it's kind of easy. It's all done for me if I do that. Get in there and get those details. And I'm just going to color that in blue there because it's kind of the background. I'm going to press this on that ink pad that I was using to give it a little bit of that purple. Just easier than cutting up the center on that mask because I thought that would make it a little too fragile. Alright, mumbly. Sorry about that, guys. I'm going to use a little red for her bows and her slippers, which, fun fact, the slippers were not red in the book. They were silver slippers, not ruby slippers. But I'm going to do them ruby because that is iconic and I need a little color. I feel like I'm just too samey with these colors. Now this is pink. I'm going to put that in her cheeks. I think that's more the pinky one. And then this one's just more pale, and I'm going to put this all over. I'm going to press it into the brown distress ink just to give it a little bit of a shadow there. Do that again. I like that. I like doing that. I could have used the real brush markers because those are all trendy right now. Oops, I just colored her socks. Telling you what, guys, not having the most productive day. It's not one of those days where everything just happens and works out well. I'm sure you can relate. I'm sure everyone can relate. They just go in the craft room some days, and it's lucky if you don't hot glue yourself to something. That's, you know, that's the type of day I'm having. But you know, I still like to make something every day. I want to blend that with something. I need a lighter brown. What shall I use? Let me see. Oh, what's this? This is a sepia aqua marker. Let's try that. That's not lighter at all. That's like the same exact shade of color. Oh my. All right, I think we've done enough damage here. So what I'm gonna do actually is glue some, I could do something about those socks. Oh, you know what? I wonder, I don't think I've ever really used this. This is the white picket fence marker, the distress marker. I wonder if that's any good. We'll see. I'll color in her shirt too because the manila tag's more cream. Maybe I can get some more white here. We shall see if it shows up enough. I don't know if it's going to cover over that brown that I put on the sock though. I don't think it is. I think that's being a little too hopeful. Maybe I'll try the brush end. That might do it. No, not so much. That's alright. It's just a bookmark. Okay, so I'm not going to do this part on camera. I'm going to leave you with some pleasant memories of the ones that came out correctly. But what I would do is I would just put some paper on the back because, you know, if you can look here, some of the ink, I think the ink from the trees bled through the lawn fawn ink. So I don't want to just have that like that. I'll put a piece of backing paper and you can see the difference. And after you laminate it, how much brighter the colors are. So those background on the trees and everything is just going to pop and be a lot more bright. But that's all there is to it. I added some fibers, which are just some leftover yarn. Fibers are coming back, I've noticed, and put those through the hole and tied it in a knot. And there I have some really cute bookmarks, and that's the background paper I've been using. So I'll put the links in the video description. I hope you enjoyed this. Please give me a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button if you're not already a subscriber. Like if you're watching this on the Lost Coast Designs blog or Facebook page and you want to know where you can find more of this wacky crazy girl, hit the subscribe button. I put out videos every single day, folks. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, happy crafting.